Hey guys, what is up? It's Jay, and today we're doing an unboxing video. Today I got my camera and my tripods and stuff, all the new stuff that I mentioned in the last video. So here's everything, and we're going to unbox all of it today, and I'm going to do a little review too. So as you might be able to see right there, I have a new desk type thing. It's a nightstand with toys on it. All unboxable stuff. So that's going to be my new unboxing station because I don't have an actual place to do it. And it's just kind of a fun little area. I'm going to be getting a longer desk because that one's squared. I would like a rectangle one to fit, you know, rectangle better. But we're going to see what we can do. Anyway, I'm going to unbox these and then we're going to go into quality, do reviews on them. I'm not really good with reviewing, but we're going to go for it anyway. I got a new SanDisk SD card for the camera. This is a 16 gigabyte one. As it's the same as my other one. It's literally the exact same. Yeah, I think it's the exact same one as my other SD card, but I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna move the camera over here, move the microphone and everything, and we're gonna go to the table, and you guys can see all the new stuff. All right, so we're starting with this. The camera. Looks like I don't need my knife. I guess I can show you guys the box. So it is the Canon VIXIA HFR R700. So that's the camera that you guys are going to be seeing here. Yeah. Here's the side, here's the back. Other side, the bottom. Okay. So, got some warranty things here, I think. Some other stuff. Register your camcorder. Don't need to worry too much about these, so I'll leave these to the side for now. Got a cable here. I'm assuming this is some kind of charging cable. It has some weird, it looks like HDMI. Oh, it's an HDMI cable to a mini HDMI. Okay. Aha, here's the charger. So the charging cable is one of these wall things here. It's pretty nice looking. This clicks very well. It's very sturdy. I like that. The cord's very strong and tough. I like that too. So that's nice. Better than a phone one, I can tell you that. And, oh, this must be the battery itself. Yeah, this looks like that's what this is. Another cable. USB to micro USB, and here's the camera. Let's get rid of the box here. So the camera was already opened, so that I didn't have to untape it and everything, because the guy in the store opened it for me, because we wanted to make sure like how it took the SD card and stuff, so I made sure I got the right kind of memory card and everything. So we just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it looks like the battery pack goes on like that. So there's how the battery goes on. It's probably not charged, so I don't know. We're gonna find out though. So the screen swivels so that you can do this facing down, or you can face it all the way out so that you can see it like this, which is what I'm probably going to most use it for. And then if I'm recording down low, I can see. That's awesome. So I like the angles that this thing gets, and I like that even though like you can physically feel it snapping into place like this, whereas, yep, and then it'll snap like that, snap, and then that doesn't. But it's sturdy, so it doesn't swing back, which is nice. And the reason that I got it has a, you can't even see it on here, but it has a microphone port. So that's why I got this one. Mostly for that reason. Let's see. The on button, but I don't think it's gonna, yeah, it's probably dead. Anyway, so let's take the battery out for now. So we're gonna go ahead and open the SD card because it's right here, and I can. Come on. There we go. Get that out. So you'd put the micro SD in the adapter. That opens up. Oh, it just slides open. That's nice. So it just slides. Put that in there. Do that. We want to take it back out. I like that. That's really nice. Might as well just keep that in there for now. So this is really nice. The record button's right there. It's a good place for it. The zoom button is right here. It's a little hard to reach without holding. So the zoom button is right here, right? But reaching it, it's really hard to do that on this camera. But reaching it when you're holding it straight upright is very difficult without stabilizing the camera with your other hand. And even then, you're still moving the camera around. So zooming is not going to be ideal. But let's see. All right, so there's the mic port, an AV port, the HDMI out, and the USB out. I'm assuming that's out. And then, oh, this just says push eject, so that when you get into there, you push it. So this is your play button, apparently. It does have AVC HD, which is what my my editing software uses. So that you can handle that. So that's good. I don't know what this access thing here is. So power and charging is going to light up when it's charging and everything. So that's good. So we might as well just keep the battery back on it. Since it looks like we got to... How do we... I didn't see a power port. Like the area where you're going to be putting... Oh. Okay. I thought it was a circle one, but it's not. It's right here. And then this, it's a U shape. It just goes in like that. So I have a outlet right under this desk table thing, nightstand thing. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Unplug my 3DS. Plug this in its place. Come on. There we go. All right. We probably got to put this on there. Ah, there we go. It lit up. There's a little light right there showing that it's charging. So that's good. Totally forgot that I was going to have to charge this, so I can't really show you, like, as of the recording of this part of it, what the video is going to look like. But that's what the power of editing is for, right? So, damn. They're all lopsided. Anyway, that's what the power of editing is for. So, when we come back, I'll show you some quality and what it looks like outside. It did say online that this thing can go 60 frames per second at 1080p, but I'm not exactly sure about that. So we're going to find out. But I wish I could find my small tripod. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. But I was going to put this on a tripod so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? I have one right here. This tripod, duh. Just bought this. So this isn't the exact one that everyone uses, but it's close enough. They're all the same thing. So this is the same thing as the Gorillapods. Damn, these are strong plastic. These scissors are too small for my hands. thought it went all the way through there. I'm gonna knock these figures over. I just put them all up right before this video, so I just made this area. Alright, it has another thing on it. This, I don't know what this one's for. I don't think I need it. Oh, this is the GoPro one. Don't need it. Don't have a GoPro. Never going to. Oh yeah, these move really cool. Okay, so let's keep this staying that way. All right. Seems to fit on a regular tripod, so that's good news. Okay. So this would be like facing this way. Tighten that. This doesn't, the screw piece doesn't work very well. Like the piece that keeps the camera on there. Oh, there we go. It just took forever, I guess. But it like wasn't tightening. But it's on there now, so that's good. Now we're going to kind of put it in. Really hard to do this. Put it in this type of position to where it's like this. Looks kind of like a security camera. And then bend all of this out this way. Oh yeah, that's really nice. So it's going to be like that. And then my DSLR is also going to be able to go on it like this too. So that's good. And then when we want to use it as a tripod, we just put it wherever and just readjust what's going to happen with it. So that's how that's going to work. Awesome. Okay, so anyway, I really like this. This is a really nice setup here. Ooh, the swivels, but this swivels here, but it's tight. So I wonder if tightening this will also tighten that. It won't, but it's still a tight swivel this way. So it's right here. This piece here swivels rather than the entire thing. So there's nothing I can do about that. This makes the top from swiveling, stop swiveling, but there's nothing to stop the legs from swiveling. But as you can see, it's not swiveling when I move it around, so it's fine. Anyways, so that is pretty much it for just sitting here talking about it. So next you're going to see some actual footage from it. I'm going to be doing footage with both this alone with no microphone plugged into it, as well as like it's going to be on the tripod too. So I'm going to do it so where it's in my room and you can see the quality in my room in HD. And then I'm going to do the 60 frames per second outside so you guys can see what it looks like outside in 60 frames per second. If it does do that, I don't know for sure again if it does do that or not. But I'm going to be doing all that, and then I'll show you guys a comparison between this and my DSLR, which the camera you're seeing now, this camera, is actually my webcam because there's no need to use a super high definition camera right now because I'm going to be showing you the difference in all my cameras anyway. So it doesn't really matter if I do that for this part of the video. So anyway, that'll be it for this part of the video. So stay tuned real quick for the quality of all these. So yeah, that's coming up next. Alright, so for footage differences and things like that, quality differences and stuff like that, this is my DSLR, the Nikon D3200, with the obviously the Bower microphone. And I don't use the regular built-in microphone ever on this camera. I've never once used it, so I don't even know what the quality is like. But I know it's pretty bad because I'm about 4 feet away from the camera, and there's no reason for me to use that when I have a microphone. So I'm not going to. So you guys aren't going to hear the quality of that, so don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I will never use that, so you don't have to worry about the difference in quality or wonder what it's going to sound like, because there is no reason for it. But after this, you will be seeing me standing here with the camcorder, but the camcorder will be both with the microphone and without, so you can hear both, just because this is kind of a review on the camcorder, as well as I'm going to be showing you this setup in vlog style on this tripod here, which has a bunch of wires on it, because I was trying to jerry-rig this up so that I could use it with the camcorder, but I decided against it. So, but it'll be on this, so you can see it in vlog form, so you can see what it's like using it in vlog form on this camera here, with this microphone attached to the hot shoe mount on top, which is like the flash mount and everything. So that's going to be after all of the camcorder stuff, which the camcorder is charging right now, so I can't record any of that yet. But yeah, so you're going to get the camcorder first without the microphone, and then with the microphone, and it'll be just like this with me holding the microphone up, things like that. And then you're going to see this in vlog form just because. And then on the other on the camcorder part, before you see the vlog part of this, you're going to see some footage taken outside of me holding it. And I'm going to be doing HD 30 frames per second, I believe, and HD 60 frames per second. So we're going to see what happens there. So anyway, let's move on to the next part. This is the Canon camcorder, the VIXIA, with no microphone, just recording straight to me in the normal HD. Well, this is actually, I think, the 720 or 1080 HD 30 frames per second, I believe. I believe it's 1080p. Don't remember exactly, but there's a standard HD and a high HD, and I'm on the higher one, which is like 23 megapixels, I think, or something like that, or whatever. It's 30 frames per second. That's all I know. And yeah, so that's this. So we're gonna try it with the microphone next. Alright, so this is using my Bower microphone that I use for my DSLR. This is how we're going to have it when we're doing interviews. We're going to be talking straight into the microphone, just like I am now. It comes in from the front. And I've used this mini tripod that came with my webcam, and I use this as a microphone, like the I don't know what that'd be called, the shaft of the microphone. Yeah, I use it like that. So we're going to be doing that, and you know, going back and forth. So that's how that's going to work. But yeah, this is the quality with that microphone, talking at the same level as I was without the microphone, and to the next part where you're going to see the vlogging style with the DSLR. I will not be doing vlogging style with this camera because there is no way I can set it up with this microphone. I have to hold the microphone. Not going to happen. So we're going to figure something else out. This will be mostly B-roll, good, awesome footage, and the interviews, that kind of stuff. So we'll figure that out when we get to the convention, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that is this, and I'm really liking this setup. It's really awesome because I can see myself in the thing. You might notice I was looking at it earlier, mostly because I'm new to this, so I was positioning myself and I didn't really need to look into the camera, but now I'm looking into the camera. So this is awesome. I don't know, I really like it. We're gonna go outside, and right now there's going to be flashing up on the screen some hopefully 60 frames per second, and we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll come back afterwards, tell you guys what I think. So you guys saw there that the 60 frames per second is really nice on this camera, on this camcorder here. It's amazing looking, but that was also when it was nice out. It's actually way later now during the day. It's actually getting dark out now. The sun has almost gone all the way down, so I don't know what it'll look like out in that. But with the sun out and out enough so that you can see clearly, it looks really good at 60 frames per second. I really like it. I also noticed the footage of this with the microphone was phenomenal. That was like the best part of me doing all of this. I actually looked at all of the footage before I filmed this part, obviously, so I could see what it looked like on the computer and see what I thought about it, so I can give you guys a full kind of review, I guess. I'm not very good at reviews because I'm normally used to just doing unboxings of figures and things, so tech reviews are things I don't normally do, and I'm probably never going to normally do, but I made this exception because I'm going to be using this stuff a lot more. So that was actually really awesome. I did like the way that this looked in my house, where it was filming me with the microphone. I liked the audio boost that it has, because my DSLR at the same audio levels as this, which is like all the way down, so that basically all the audio boost it's getting is from the microphone itself. So it's like raw microphone instead of getting a boost from the device itself, and it was way louder. And I probably turned up the other one so you can hear it better, which is what I normally do with my DSLR. I'll turn up the volume so you guys can hear it better. I don't need to do that with this, which is really awesome. I might actually have to turn this down because it's so loud. But that's really awesome, and it had a lot of bass to it, which was really good because the DSLR and this with my Blue Yeti microphone through OBS, which I'm doing right now, that just has your basic, I put it on like a 2 boost, and then I have this volume at like maybe what would be 80%, and then I just fiddle around with it in the editor. But the sound with this, I couldn't believe it. That was amazing. I really liked it. So this is definitely going to be the camera that I use when I do the interviews, because the quality of this, especially if we do the interviews outside where it's nice out, especially if it is nice out at these conventions when I do this, or they're just good lighting or whatever, I'm definitely going to be using this at 60 frames per second to do the interviews and just see how they look. So we're going to probably do some test fire ones before we start, to see how they look, and then if they look good, we're going to continue that way. And I do have some interviews lined up for the convention, so that's awesome. So we do have some people regardless of how many people we get. I know we have at least 2 that I know of, or 2 groups at least, which we might get more than 1 person per group, I don't know. So that's awesome. So that'll be really awesome with this camera, and I'm really happy I bought this. So yeah, the tripod, I moved it. Forgot I moved it. It was right here on my desk, but I moved it over my bed, which is on the other side of the room. So, that is holding up really well too. There's a part, and let me actually go grab that. So, as I was saying, there's a part on this tripod, and if you look at this tripod carefully, it's really hard to tell, but this side it's easier to tell. There's this big opening right here, where this could, when this is unlocked there, this can lean back all the way. That way you can get some really good shots with this thing clipped against a wall, or a pole or something. And you can have this back and facing so that it's facing forward and it's on a pole of some kind. But like I was originally doing was this type of thing right here, where it'll be like this, but with the DSLR, obviously, not this one. I'm not using this camera for vlogging at all because it's not suited for it. And I don't have a place for my microphone when I do that. So I actually have a picture. If I kept it on my phone, I sent it to Atlas, and it's hilarious. It's the jerry rig of how I rigged up this with the camcorder and the microphone. And it stayed, but it was ugly as sin, and I do not recommend it. You can probably get away with doing the jerry rig if you had a small one of these, like one of the ones that are like this big or something, and wrap it around and then put the microphone on it. But other than that, I would not suggest that at all. The only other way to do that would be to get a a Y mount, which it looks like the letter Y, and it has one coming off here, one coming off here, so you can put the camera and the microphone. And that's a good way to do it if you want to go cheap and get these cheaper camcorders or something that can take microphone slots. That works too. I don't know. Anyway, but I don't know if you guys can see very well, but the other side, because the other side, it has this gap right here, and every time I tighten this, it still has this big gap, and I'm really afraid that that gap is going to split open, because I don't know what's going to happen, and this is just plastic, and I've tightened it. You could hear it, tightening, and you can still move this. It's a little harder to move, but you can still move it, and I'm scared of that. I don't want stuff to fall over and break doing that, so I'm going to figure out the best way to do this before I get too far, but this one, I don't know what the hell it's called. I threw the packaging away, I think. It's not over there, so I don't know. But it was the off-brand version. It's not the Gorillapod. It's not the Jolby Gorillapod. It's the off-brand Walmart thing. I don't know. It had a real name, but I would say if you can get the Gorillapod instead of this one, the good thing is if Atlas gets a Gorillapod, I might be able to trade him. He might be nice enough to let me trade him, because he uses a point and shoot, which is tiny. Those are really skinny, so they'll just fit right on top of there, and there's no front or back weight that's going to be pulling it one way or the other and breaking it. So that's a really good way to use these cheaper ones, because, and I'll just pay him the difference, honestly. That way, you can still hold it the same, you can still do everything the same, but you're not gonna have to worry about it breaking, and then that way I'll have a sturdier one, even though I couldn't get one myself. So that, hopefully that works out. Anyway, this has been very long now, so sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, this has been long, so better end here. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.